Coming up, a backyard overflowing with problems.
The crack is in the shell of the pool.
But that's not all. Not even close.
Pretty much any type of problem that could go wrong on an older pool, we have it right here.
Can workers breathe new life into a 30-year-old landscape? Or will doing it themselves prove to be too much for the homeowners?
Oh gosh, it's harder than it looks.
It'll be a sleek, modern place to chill if we can drag it out of the 70s.
Nobody said this was going to be easy. I'm Justin Cave and this is Groundbreakers. Swimming pools are groovy, but if you're having a maintenance problem, they can be pretty frustrating. For today's project, we found a pool that has multiple issues. In fact, it has just about every problem a pool could possibly have. Now it's time for a redo to take this pool out of the 70s. Let's get trucking. Marianne Lee, you guys have a pool, but I understand that it's seen better days.
Oh yeah, we've lived here for about 11 years, and actually we've done nothing with the pool, and so that's why it looks the way it does.
We try to keep chlorine in it and keep the algae out of it, but other than that, it's kind of falling apart.
What's the biggest problem you're having with the pool?
I'd say the biggest problem, well, there's, I don't know, just so many.
We start with the most obvious one, a huge crack across the entire pool deck.
It actually looks like it's going into the pool.
Right, and that's where the problem really occurs, in that the pool's leaking.
So the pool is leaking, that sounds structural.
Oh, it is, it is. The crack is in the shell of the pool. And so what that means is we have a hose and we have to fill up the pool about once every week.
Wow. It's actually a big problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, besides the crack, I couldn't help but notice this planter water feature. I'm not sure what it is.
Oh man, this is ugly. This is what that is. And from the porch, this is what I see. This is my focal point, this ugly weed planter. It's got mold growing on it, it's got weeds, it's got critters.
Who knows what's in there?
Critters, snakes, I don't know what.
You want me to stick my hand in there and find out?
Well, you can, but there's no
I
way
dare you to stick your
You
hand in
double
there.
dog dare me?
I double dog dare you.
I'm not sticking mine
Careful.
in there.
Oh, no, just kidding.
Waiting to sink his teeth into this pool renovation is pool designer Jason Spencer.
Jason, the first time you came out here and saw Lee and Marianne's pool, what were you thinking?
I couldn't get past the planter. Rockfall, planter, whatever that is.
It's unsightly, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a little distracting, that's for sure.
What other problems are there?
Well, we have a multitude of problems. I mean, pretty much any type of problem that could go wrong on an older pool, we have it right here.
Like cracked waterline tile. Not just one or two tiles, but all of them. One long crack running the perimeter of the pool. Some tiles are just plain gone, and there's more. The plaster shell is peeling and flaking, and in places, just floating away.
There's so much wrong with it that there's almost not too much more that could go wrong without
It's
redoing
just
the whole
about
thing.
worst case scenario.
And, you know, normally you might have, you know, just one or two of these issues, not everything.
It will all be fixed with this renovation. The cracked concrete deck will be covered over with pavers for a more modern look, and a new spa will be added on to the existing pool.
Let's talk about adding the spa onto the pool.
Well, we're standing right in the location of the future spa, and the spa is actually the same level of this raised deck that we already have right here, which works out good because we're going to be able to tie it right into the existing pool shell itself.
And there's going to be a nice little cascade that goes from the spa to the pool.
Exactly. Since it's already raised up, it's the perfect height for that waterfall from there.
But cutting into the existing pool right here, that's the tough part of this job. This is the danger zone right here.
Well, we don't want to create any more cracks like that, so we have to be very careful. We just can't come in here and just start, you know, hammering the thing and sledgehammering everything. We're going to have to be very careful.
What do you hope to do with the rest of the yard? You do have some existing plant material here.
There's plenty of plants here that have died too. We don't necessarily maintain them very well.
So you guys want a landscape that's got some more rhyme and reason to it.
Right, and it has to be easy because we don't know what to plant, we don't know where to plant it, and most of the time when we pick something to plant that we think looks good, it dies.
So you guys want something that's low main, if I take it. And that's okay because everybody says that.
Yeah, but,
Yes.
but we're not lying.
The crew begins by figuring out what works and what doesn't. That one-time waterfall, a little water, and a few good whacks, and the crew realizes it's a fountain.
It hadn't been on in 10 years.
But there's more water leaking out of the back than there is shooting into the pool. So it's hammer time. With the fountain out of the way, the crew also begins prepping for the spa that will sit in almost the same spot. First, saw cutting through the existing concrete pool deck. Then, getting the concrete out. Even if that means prying it up in tiny bits and pieces with their fingers. And by evening of the first day, the progress has Lee and Marianne hungry to see what's next as they reveal on home video.
Here.
Cooked up this fabulous Chinese dinner.
Woohoo! And Molly and I have news for you.
Really? What's Molly think about this?
I don't think she likes it. She's wondering, hey, what happened to my pool?
They did a lot in a day.
Yes, they did, didn't they?
They did a lot.
I know, I was shocked as well.
But when we come back, before it can get better, it has to get worse.
We thought our backyard looked bad before.
And an ER procedure that could be just what the doctor ordered for the leaking pool.
And what we're going to do here is cut the crack out, and we're going to use what they call stitches.